Look at a map of Europe, and Ireland seems tiny, but economically, it exerts a massive gravitational pull. Since Brexit, it holds a unique position. It is the only English-speaking country left in the European Union. For international students, that geographic advantage comes with a major legal one. Finish a master's degree here, and you are guaranteed a 2-year post-study work visa. That visa matters because of who is hiring. 9 out of the top 10 global software companies and 14 of the top 15 medtech giants operate their European headquarters right here. Studying in Ireland serves as a direct, accelerated pipeline into Europe's highest-paying tech and pharmaceutical markets. But entering this elite corporate loop requires surviving a strict academic and financial crucible. Institutions like Trinity College Dublin have maintained centuries of intense academic standards. Today, that translates to severe seat limits and high-grade thresholds just to get an acceptance letter. Then comes the financial reality. You cannot rely entirely on the promise of future education loans. Gaining entry requires significant liquid cash up front. The Irish study abroad path is heavily gated. The career payoffs are massive, but they are reserved for those with the specific financial resources and the academic stamina to clear the entry costs. An Irish master's degree compresses a 2-year curriculum into a strict 12-month calendar. The financial impact? By month 13, you are collecting a salary, while peers elsewhere are still paying tuition. Finishing your degree in half the time also effectively halves your total rent and living expenses. But that efficiency comes at a cost. The workload is incredibly dense, leaving almost no room for outside distractions. Attempting to work 20 hours a week during your first 2 semesters to pay rent is a fast track to academic failure. Top Irish universities actively warn international students against relying on part-time jobs to survive the early months of their program. The 1-year timeline saves you tens of thousands of dollars, but it demands absolute, undivided focus, eliminating part-time work as a viable funding method. You must prove you already have the money to survive. For fall 2026 applicants, the main way is the €10,000 Irish education bond. Before filing your visa, you transfer €10,000 from your home bank through TransferMate to be locked in a bond. This bypasses complex paperwork, drastically increasing visa approval chances. Once you land in Ireland and register with immigration, that bond unlocks and flows directly into your new Irish bank account for immediate living expenses. Keep in mind, this bond is required on top of your tuition. Universities demand 50 to 100% of your tuition bill before you can even apply for the visa. Relying entirely on an education loan with zero liquid personal savings will cause severe friction, likely resulting in a visa denial. The Irish visa process is an uncompromising liquidity test. You must prove you have cash in hand to survive the intense 12-month sprint, not just a promise. Once your finances are clear, your final major decision is choosing between 2 distinct tiers of Irish education based on your grades and budget. On the left of our matrix are elite public universities like Trinity and UCD, requiring 65% grades and up to €30,000 in tuition. These courses are strictly capped. The upside to this elite tier is direct access to cutting-edge R&D pipelines, leading to the highest starting salaries. On the right are private colleges like NCI and DBS. With a 55% grade threshold and €14,000 tuition, they provide automatic scholarships and highly flexible deadlines. Crucially, graduating from either tier legally qualifies you for the exact same 2-year post-study work visa. Your choice: trade massive upfront capital for maximum global prestige, or accept a slightly lower starting ceiling for lower entry barriers and financial certainty. Let's map out exactly which path you should choose based on your primary constraints. If you are an elite optimizer, meaning you have grades above 65% and high liquid capital, you should target public universities right now. But you must finalize your applications by December or January. Those 25 seat caps for fall 2026 will close quickly. If you are a pragmatist with grades in the 55 to 60% range and a strict budget, the private college pathway is your target. Lock in those automatic private college scholarships and use the €10,000 education bond to guarantee a smooth, frictionless visa process. This is a safer financial bet that still places you directly inside the same European tech hub job market. Because both paths secure your visa, The decision is purely an exercise in optimizing your initial financial risk against the prestige of your first job. To set realistic expectations, we also need to be clear about who should avoid the Irish study abroad pathway. If you are looking for a relaxed cultural exchange stretched over 2 years, you will fail the intense 12-month academic sprint. You are also disqualified if you rely on education loans and intend to work 20 hours a week from day one just to afford rent. The academic pressure will break your return on investment if you arrive financially desperate. Ireland is a high-stakes career accelerator. It rewards liquid capital and intense focus, with immediate access to Europe's top tech markets.